Welcome back to the Mad County Build Series. And I tell you what, I am super pumped. I am ready for drywall, and they're starting next week. The delivery of the drywall is either going to be Tuesday or Wednesday, so I took a little trip out of town. I know you guys haven't seen me in a while, but this week I've been finishing up all the little minor details, and we'll take you around, show you, but we are 100% ready for drywall. And as you can see, this whole place is cleaned out, no more tools, which is amazing. So, where do we start? So, got over here by the stairs, got all this finished, framed up, got this little playroom, which could also be like, I don't know, a dog kennel someday, if that happens, which I doubt. And then we got this closet over here. This is all done. I had to finish up a little wiring in here and underneath there. That wasn't too bad. Got the kitchen shiplap all done. The only place I didn't finish it is right here along this beam where I'll be covering with wood. I mean, I'm pretty sure I know how I'm going to finish it, but I left that piece off on this side, and then this piece right up here off on this side, just until I get to those finishing details. I just didn't want to put it up and then have to move it if I wanted to do something a little different than what I'm thinking right now. So, but that won't affect any of the drywall. So, got all that done. So now we have shiplap. Homemade shiplap, just like I did on the big ceiling in here and in the dining room. And then, like I said before, you can kind of see now what this will look like. These are going to get covered in wood. Like that beam will be covered, this beam will be covered, this will be covered, this will be covered, that'll be covered. And then this one will be covered all the way down along here, and then it'll actually go all the way to there, so it gives it an appearance that beam continues all the way through. So that is going to look amazing once all this drywall's up and we're painted and the cabinets going in. We got all the kitchen cabinets. The kitchen is laid out. We got that all. Our deposit is down on those cabinets. We're excited to tell you about all those. We'll do that in an upcoming show. See, in here, this is the master bedroom. On all these pocket doors where there's going to be high traffic, so there'll be a lot of traffic through here, I like to take some 3/4 inch plywood scraps and go ahead and the one end just goes into this channel, and then you can toenail them in over here, and that just stiffens that door up, so if somebody's bangs into it or runs into it, it really doesn't affect it. And I just do that in high traffic areas. The reason I do it in high traffic areas is just to keep it from further damage. It just stiffens that door up. So I did it on this side of the bathroom door. This side here really doesn't matter. Plus I have this wall tied into it, so that stiffens this up. Over here there will be a vanity that goes in that attaches down there that'll stiffen it up. We're doing this will be drywall, but there will be a door here. So this is not going to be somewhere where I'm suspecting that anybody would be banging into that thing. But I got this door all framed up for this room in here. And my plan is just to go ahead and have them drywall it all. That way I'll get my fire barrier. And then kind of what I'm thinking is going to put some 3/4 inch plywood up in the whole entire room. That'll really stiffen that room up, and then there will be some metal finishes on the inside, so that'll make that more secure. One side of the wall is kitchen cabinets, uppers and lowers. On the other side is vanities and a wall that tees into it, and then here I'll have a more secure door. So I think it's going to turn out pretty good. Another thing that I did because of some of our subscribers and viewers is I had 2 or 3 spots where I use those Watts press fittings mainly because I had them, and a couple of people said, hey, get rid of those, just use PEX crimp. So I went and changed those few things to PEX crimps, and one of them was this pot filler. I just got a new fitting when I was at the store and crimped it on. I had to adjust this right here just so it made sure this stuck out far enough, but that wasn't a big deal. But now that's on there, won't have to worry about that. So another spot that I changed to some crimp fittings was here where the water spigot goes out the house, and I changed that over to a frost-proof water spigot. For those of you who have been following this build from the beginning, I originally put in just some regular spigots. One, because those silcocks that are frost-proof are meant to go basically into a basement, through the sill plate into the basement. Well, obviously this doesn't have a basement, so my problem was the thickness of my wall. So I ended up finding a frost-proof silcock that was 4 inches. I ordered it from supplyhouse.com, so I have since switched those out, and I have crimp fittings here, so we are good to go. I know some people were worried about how I was going to keep it from freezing, and I just needed water, so I put them in. But I was able to find some that worked in a 7-inch wall, and we were good to go. So that's all switched over. So the only place behind the wall that there is fittings, they are PEX crimps, and there's only a few of those because I ran that home run manifold system, so I'm pretty excited about that. I've tested all of my water lines, so that's good to go. Trying to think what else that we've done here. All my water lines upstairs have been tested. Down here, obviously, I tested them. We had to straighten a couple walls, mainly in the kitchen. I went around and checked the walls to make sure they were nice and straight. And the place that you really want to worry about that is in the kitchens or wherever you're going to hang cabinets. You want a nice straight wall. And I had a couple 2x4s that bowed. One was right here, and you can see I just shimmed it. You can't even hardly see those shims. But I went ahead and shimmed this because there is a wall that attaches right here, so I couldn't really cut it and pull that in, so I just shimmed it. And then another spot right down here. This is actually a load-bearing post that I made that header sits on, so I couldn't cut this to straighten it, so I just shimmed it on this side. So this wall is nice and straight. And then there was one spot over here that I adjusted it just because I wanted it to be perfect. But you guys, if you're using framing lumber, this is something you're going to have to do. You're going to have to go around and check to make sure your walls are straight. They're going to be straight most likely at the bottom and top plate, but in the middle where they can bow, especially if you're like self-building like I am, and it takes you a while, there's a chance that during that time they could warp a little bit before you get your drywall on or whatever it is. But the most important place to really make sure they're perfect is where the cabinets go, and that will just save you time and a lot of effort when you're hanging cabinets and a lot of frustration. So we fixed those spots. I got this place all cleaned up, and it is looking pretty good. They're going to start the drywall either the 12th or the 13th. So I really, really appreciate you guys sticking with me. I know this has been slow the last 2 or 3 weeks, but we've been trying to finish all this little details up. This is a big project to take on completely by yourself, and I just wanted to make sure that I didn't miss anything. So I've double and triple checked everything. I wanted to make sure these walls were perfect. I wanted to make sure these shiplap ceilings were up before the drywall went up, and just working out all those little details. But this is going to pick up once this drywall gets done. But I tell you what, once this drywall is in, it's going to transform this place, and it's going to be a lot of fun doing these finishing touches. You guys are all going to get to see what you've been wanting to see for a long time, and that's the finishes. We got some really good, exciting stuff coming with the finishes. But until the drywall gets in, I'll bring you probably some shorter shows on, straightening walls, testing your water pipe. I'm doing a tankless water heater install for my sister and brother-in-law next Monday. I'll bring that to you. But can't wait to show you guys the drywall. I can't wait to see the drywall, to be honest with you. But we're super excited. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you on the next video.